still on. Hello everybody, we are calling again from Split, Croatia. It's the fourth day and the last day of European Championship in Split in star class. The boats are already out there in the channel, waiting for the wind, waiting for the race committee to set the race course. We hope the regatta gonna start soon. It's the, as I said, it's the final regatta. Many things can still change. We have in the lead Enrico Chieffi and Ferdinando Colanino, who didn't decide today to sail. They are overall winner. They are European champions. It is for the first time. Enrico Chieffi is already a world champion from '96 in Rio, and this is his first European title. The rest of the boats, the other 7 boats, are in the chance of winning the medal. So we're gonna have a big battle out there, and we are looking forward to seeing it. As well, today, later on in the studio, Enrico Chieffi gonna join me and try to present you the last race. We're gonna try to interact and present it more nicely, and that you feel in there. As well, you're gonna hear some interviews from yesterday's racing.
At first and the second, and very good sailing. I mean, this morning was very difficult, light air going everywhere. This afternoon was more strong sea breeze, but finally we got a very good boat, and we raced very well. I mean, we had very good starts, and it was a great day. Nothing more than that.
A few days ago you told me that you are not so good. I think you are very good and very fast.
It is, you know, I'm an old guy, enjoying a lot. I'm actually enjoying even more than when I was younger, because everything that comes is a gift.
Pa evo, jako težak dan danas, prva regata po skroz laganom vitru, što nismo imali još ovih dana. Nekako taktika je bila da će taj vitar dizati i otići u desno, međutim, eto, ta prva orca je bila bolje ići livo, dok smo mi bili na desnoj strani, jako loše smo stali na toj prvoj oznaci. Drugu orcu smo puno bolje vozili, ali eto, probija je taj vitar s desne strane jako brzo, nismo imali šanse doći do njega, na kraju u 15. isto, dok ovu zadnju smo eto od starta se tu borili u vrhu, na kraju 5. isto, možda da je bilo još koje misto bolje, bilo bi super, ali eto, tako je za danas i nadamo se sutra bolje jedrenju.
Malo težak dan danas, prva regata po čudnim uvjetima, jako slabom vitru i promjenjivom. Prvu za nas nije baš dobro prošlo, 14 smo završili, a drugu smo ušli 5. Evo, još smo u igri i sutra odlučuje 2 zadnje regate. Nadamo se najboljemu i to je to. Pozdrav svima. Ja sam Tudor Bilić, flogista tima Tonči Stepanović, Tudor Bilić.
Okay, so we heard 2 interviews from Enrico Chieffi, and we heard the interviews from Tonči Stepanović and Tudor Bilić. As we said, Enrico Chieffi has secured the European title here in Split. Tonči Stepanović is at the moment in the 4th place with a big chance of winning the silver medal as well as the bronze one. Yeah, we are looking forward to have the battle out there to see who's gonna be the best, and wish everybody luck. Until we wait for the start, which is scheduled for 1:35, I think we can see some actions from yesterday racing. As you could see, yesterday we had diversity of conditions. In the first race we had a really light ones, 4 knots, actually the start around 5 knots, and the wind was dropping very light, I think around 4-3 knots. The boats were barely moving. It was hard, really hard for them, I can imagine. As well, in the second upwind there was some sea breeze kicking in, which make lots of changes in the leaderboard. And then we had a second race which was much windier. I would say the sea breeze of 12 knots, and we had a nice racing like the previous days. And yes, the guys did love it, did enjoy it, and looking forward to see what today is going to bring. As we can see from this camera view, there is a very light patch in the front of the guys, more looking like the oil on the water, as we say here in Split. Would be interesting to see how the regatta is gonna end up. If it's gonna if we're gonna have again some wind in the start, and then during the racing the wind gonna drop. As well, I'm sorry to tell you, but Enrico Chieffi had some emergency call. He will not be able to join me today. I'm sorry for that. I was really happy to chat a bit with him. But yeah, again, apologies for that. Okay, as we can see, the orange flag is not even still up on the race committee boat, meaning that probably the conditions out there are not satisfying the race committee. Probably the wind is changing its direction, or it's too light at the moment and they are waiting for the better one. Okay, so the race is expected to start 10:13:45. The wind is from 265, strength of 10 knots at the moment. We're gonna be shortly with you once we know that the race is going for sure. Okay, we can see that the orange flag is up, so shortly we are expecting the race committee to start the 5-minute procedure. As well, we got regards, and we are sending back the regards to the crew, to the guys who are now traveling in the van to Medemblik, and they are all from Mornar Sailing Club. Okay, so the drone is up and we're gonna have the nice footages again. We are about soon, or probably already we had a 5-minute flag up. Okay, for today we have 4 onboard cameras. One is on the boat of French Xavier Ohar and Antoni Munoz, on Croatian boat Lovre Perhat, Mladen Perhat, on the boat of Marin Mishura, Tonko Barać and Tonči Stipanović, Tudor Bilić. Both of these Croatian guys are in chance of winning the medal. Okay, this was the last check of Mishura Barać about their trim, probably checking the bearings. We are 2 minutes 30 seconds away from the start of the 7th regatta of Star European Championship here in Split, Croatia. We are curious to see which approach each of these boats who are still enabled for winning the medal gonna take. What strategy they're gonna take? Are they gonna separate on the start or keep close? As we already know, Enrico Chieffi and Ferdinando Colanino did secure the European title and are not sailing today. Okay, so with the time on the screen, we are very right. It was 1 minute until the start. Okay, let's see which boats we have on the left side of the starting line. Greek Emilios Papatanasio. Yes, they're gonna attack. Try to squeeze in the last few seconds. Okay, so we had the start of the 7th race of Star European Championship. On the pin and start, we had Greek Emilios Papatanasio. Just on the windward side of him, it's Mate Arapov and Ante Šitic from Croatia, who are at the moment in the 5th place and in the chance of winning a medal. As I mentioned before, Enrico Chieffi and Ferdinando Colanino did secure their European title. They did sail the whole week, these past 3 days, really consistently, not making a big scores, having the worst place 9th, and even with this 9th, with a total of 22, they were sure they secured the title and didn't have to go out and sail today. So once again, we have to congratulate them for the perfect sailing they showed. As well, for Enrico Chieffi, this was the first time that he is sailing in Split, and yeah, hope he gonna bring with him a nice memory from here, and maybe come back again. About the other crews, we have 7 guys who are in the chance of winning the medal. The only other medal which is secure is Ogi Diaz and Christian Nehammer, but we are not sure which one. Is it a silver or a bronze? And the only guy who is able to how to say in English, to make that happen, to squeeze in, is Tonči Stipanovic. If he gonna have a good race and Ogi gonna have worse than 8th, there is a chance that Tonči Stipanovic can squeeze in front of him. Other guys, Mate Arapov, Ante Šitic, Croatian, Argentinian Juan K. Enrico Voltolini, Italian Flavio Favini, Nicolas Saravale, and Croatian Marin Mishra and Tonko Barac are still in the chance of winning the bronze medal. As well as German Hubert Mechelbach and Kilian Weisse, who are in the 2nd, but discarding, they are with the points, they have a nice advantage in the points, around 10 points advantage in front of these guys, but they are discarding the 18th place. And in the case they score this race another bad score, it might put them out of the medal, out of the podium. Also, as you might not know, we are gonna broadcast live the prize giving ceremony as well, which will be shortly after they finish the race and once they come ashore. The conditions out there looking really nice. It's at least 10 knots or even more of nice sea breeze, a bit lighter than the past 3 days. As you all might know, Split is a famous town for sailing. It's a town where lots of championships did held in the past, as Finn Championships and Star Championships, and lots of big boats regatta. ATSI match race, which was in the past and did gather a lot of top sailors from around the world, as Russell Katz and Peter Gilmour and so on. I was young at that time, but I remember this time. So yeah, Split can deliver a really nice condition for sailing, and I think during these past 4 days it has proved it. for the guys who didn't follow us yesterday, especially. Yesterday we had different conditions. We had the first race in the really light conditions, 4 or 5 knots. It was really intense, mentally intense for the guys. They weren't sure about their decisions. It was about who did so the patch of the wind earlier than the other guys, and also it was a bit luck. Yeah, we spoke with Mate Arapov shortly after and Ante Šitic, and they said, yeah, it was pure luck. I mean, they have a great local knowledge. I'm sure they saw something, but nobody was sure how soon the patch of the new fresh wind gonna come kick in. As well yesterday, yes, Enrico Chieffi and Ferdinando Colanino did make a best day, the best third day on the European Championship, scoring second and the first, and making a huge margin in front of the guys, securing their European champion title. Unfortunately, the German Hubert Mechelbacher and Kilian Weisse, who were leading this competition after 2 days, didn't manage to score good results yesterday and did drop to the second place, but still in the big chance of winning the medal. In the picture we can see the Greek Emilios Papatanasio and Stylianos Notsos. They had a good pin and start, and they are kicking the left side, hoping for something good, hoping to end regatta in a style. Unfortunately, they haven't been able to maintain consistency and keep themselves in the position to fight for the medal. And as we all might know, Emilios is a former Finn sailor and as well star sailor. This time we can see that a lot of sailors did choose to tack quite early after the start and go towards the right side. I'm not sure, is it the wind, which is I think around 10-15 degrees to the right than the usual one we had? Does that make some change? Might be as well. Maybe they are in this way, they are getting closer to the island we can see on the right, and as I mentioned you first and I think even second day, if you sail close to the island, it might affect you. But let's see what's going to happen. Now, after these guys have tacked, I would say they are sailing the nice path, and that they have a nice fresh breeze out there, and they are able to close the pack on the right hand side. We are on board with the Croatian Marin Mishura and Tonko Barać, who are sitting in 8th place at the moment. Still in the game for the winning. a bronze medal. I'm pretty sure that's what they're aiming for. It's what they've been working for. The best place they had so far was on the World Championship, and that's the best place any Croatian star sailor had. It was 4th on the World Champion 2019 in Porto Cervo. We all know that, I mean, sailors, once you are out of the podium, you feel much free to sail your own race. You don't have the pressure out of result, and that's maybe what's going on now with Emilios, who had a great start and is leading the left-hand side pack. Just leeward of him, we can see Argentinian Juan K. and Enrico Voltolini, who are at the moment sitting in the 6th place overall and as well in the chance of winning the medal. Okay, this is a bit better angle. Now we have, still cannot be sure which boat is crossing in the front. It's really hard to tell. What we can see in the left side of the screen, there is Mate Arapov and Ante Šitic. They did start really close. They started just windward of Emilios and did make an early tack. And now we're gonna be able to see their cross and see who did make a right choice. Okay, now in the right side of the screen, we see this was the tag from Mate Arapov and Ante Šitic. I think we can say that actually he did lost a bit on the right-hand side. We are now on board with French Xavier Ojar and Anthony Munoz. Xavier Ojar is as well a former world champion in star class. One of the best sailers here. and I think he's not so happy with his performance this week. We are 15 minutes into the race 7. Now we are on board with our camera crews. They put the drone up and now we can have these nice footages from the sky. I hope so that seeing the drone up means that we are soon approaching the top mark. If I'm not making mistake, on the screen, the right boat, which is on the sailing upwind, top left-hand side boat, is a Greek Emilios Papatanasio and Stylianos Noutsos. They had a great pit and start, opened the left-hand side, made just one tack, like I said yesterday, simple as possible, and they are crossing the whole fleet. Sorry guys, we're gonna try shortly to have the picture back from the race course. As you can see, this island is breaking our signal, and we're gonna try to fix it as soon as possible. Okay, the picture is fixed. We can see that the boats are on the right-hand side line. And here is the Greek boat, Emilios Papatanasio and Stylianos Noutsos, approaching them. Yes, making the tack, and we are sure they're gonna be the first one rounding the top mark. Okay, so we have the top mark rounding in the first place. Greek Emilios Papatanasio and the Stylianos Noutsos. In the second place, Argentinian Juan K. and Enrico Voltolini. Third place for Croatian, young Croatian team, Toma Visic and Mario Lulic. Then we have Denmark. Sorry, let me check. Which Denmark is this? I think it was Flemming Sorensen, Niels Trissoe. We can see in the picture Ogi Diaz, Tonči Stipanovic. They are really close, and as I said in the early of the start, it will be interesting to see if the boat's gonna keep together, try to be as closer as possible and control the situation, or they gonna split out and make some risk and try either be a king or a loser. Okay, now we have confirmation from the top 5 guys rounding the leg one. Papatanasio Noutsos, Juan K. Voltolini, Visic Lulic, Sorens Traisoe, and Mishura Barac. As well, I would ask our YouTube followers to maybe write me in the YouTube channel who are there cheering for winning the medal. Not who are their favorites overall, but who are they cheering for winning the medal. as you can see before, we did lost the signal of the footages out there. I said in the earlier of the start, we have today a bit righter wind than the past days from 265, meaning it did make our top mark being behind the island and making the problem from the signal. As well, that's maybe the reason why we had the wind from a bit from the right. Maybe that's the reason why a lot of fleet did take was trying hitting the right hand side of the course, but as we saw once again, the left hand side did pay it out. We can see that Argentinian Juan K. Enrico Voltolini did overtake the lead from Emilios Papatanasio and Stylianos Noutsos. And now we are on board with Croatian brothers Perhat Perhat. We can see that majority or if not all the boats are on the port deck now in the downwind. They did spread out a lot, looking for the clear wind and not to be covered by the other boat. We can see maybe again that the leader did change, that again Greek Emilios Papatanasio did overtook the lead. But unfortunately without the GPS graphics we cannot be 100% sure regarding where are the bottom marks. Juan K. is sailing with Enrico Voltolini, the member of the Luna Rosa from the last America's Cup. And as I said earlier, they are 6th overall at the moment and with a chance of winning the medal. As well, Juan K. is one of the best naval architects. He was architect of the Club Swan 336, which we have here in Croatia, in Aci Marinas, as well of Club Swan 80, which unfortunately we don't have here. And he is now making trying to realize the Club Swan 125. As well as the last Olympic boat, design of the last Olympic fin boat is made as well by him. And he was as well involved in making the new star folia, if I'm not wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. We are on board with French Xavier Rojar and Anthony Munoz, 10th overall after the 6 races. As well, for the first time, sailing in Split. I think it's a pity that all these great sailors didn't sail so far in Split, and I think the Split should make another event to make this happen again. As well, as I said, Rojar has 2 world champion titles, and he is a bronze from Star in Athens, from Athens Olympics 2004. I would say that the guys are more than halfway into downwind. The fleet is spread out. We can see that landing the drone is not so easy. It's dangerous. But our crew are experienced. You can see that jury boats are following the guys, making sure nobody's breaking the rule. Today's race is a big stake for the 7th of contesters. All of them able to win some of the medals, of course, except the gold one. As I mentioned, I think on the first day, the guys are not allowed, they are allowed to pump, but they are allowed to pump once per wave. While in Star Sailors League, the free pumping is allowed, and they are able to do anything what they want on their boat. If I compare it maybe to the Finn I sailed in, having a free pumping is very physically intensive. You are allowed to roll, to rock the boat, pump as much as you want. But of course, with all of that, you need to have the feeling, the sense of the boat, and make it always go smooth. These are the top 3 boats of the race 7 at the moment. Argentinian Juan K. and Enrico Voltolini, Greek Emilios Papatanasios and Stylianos Noutsos, and young Croatian Toma Visic and Mario Lulic. We could saw from the young guys, Toma Visic and Mario Lulic, that it's a nice surprise to see them in the front pack. But during this week, we could saw that they are able to compete in the top, having 1/5 and 1/9 place so far. This is the first regatta international. Okay, they sailed the district championship, but this is the first regatta of this rank for them. Rounding the bottom gate mark, in the first place, Juan K. and Enrico Voltolini. Keeping the left-hand side, the one they got in front. Second, Emilios Papatanasio. Third, Croatian Toma Visic. In fourth place, sorry, we didn't see it before. In fourth place, German Hubert Mechelbacher and Kilian Weisse. It's a great place for them, and I would say they are now securing the silver. But let's see first what the rest of the race is bringing to us. Okay, now we have on the screen top 5 boats after the leg 2. Papatanasio Noutsos, Juan K. Voltolini, Visic Lulic, Merkelbach Weisse, and Sorens Traisoe. Sorry guys if I did pronounce someone's name wrong. We can see that Emilios did shortly after the rounding the bottom gate did tack. The guys are trying not to split too much. One thing before I forgot to mention as well earlier, that Argentinian Juan K. did design the star for Jan Percy for pecking, and Jan Percy and Bart Simpson were training in that same very boat before the London Olympics. Again, we are on board with one of the most experienced sailors here in the fleet, Xavier Ojar and Anthony Munoz. Unfortunately, we don't know at the moment what's the place of Ogi Diaz. We can see that Juan K is still pushing. He's in the first place at the moment. That's for him only thing that matters. And then, I mean, that's the best he could do. And then he will just need to wait. What's the result of Ogi Diaz? Because as on the mark rounding, we all know, as I mentioned, Hubert Mechelbach and Kilian Weisse were in the front pack. They are second overall at the moment, and being fifth, I think they were fifth on the mark rounding. They are securing their silver medal. Oh, sorry, actually, I was wrong. As I said, yeah, at the beginning, Ogi Diaz do have a medal, either silver or bronze, and the only guy who was able to lose the medal was Hubert. And him being at the moment in fifth place, he is securing his medal as well. Again, we were shortly with Croatian crew Barać Mishura. Sorry, Mishura Barać. It seems for me that there was some right shift. On board with the best Croatian crew at the moment. After 6 races, Stipanovic, Bilic. The guys are sailing for the past 2 years together. Tonči, one of the best Croatian sailors, securing the first Olympic medal in sailing for Croatia, winning the silver medal in Rio Olympics in laser class. We could saw that Argentinian Juan K and Enrico Voltolini are still holding the left side. They have nothing to lose but to end the regatta in style. As I said, Juan Kay, famous naval architect, and his crew, Enrico Voltolini, the member from the last America's Cup Luna Rossa team. Yes, now with a picture, and it was in the bottom of the screen. We have a picture of Croatian Marin Mishura and Tonko Barac. Okay, sorry, we are again on board with Stipanovic Bilic team. We just saw that Juan Kay and Enrico Bortolini were able to cross the fleet on the right. They are keeping the great pace, leading the race 7, if not even extending their lead. We are now with camera on second overall after the 6 races, German Hubert Mechelbacher and Kilian Weisse. They were able again to squeeze, to gain some places so far in the second upwind. And in that case, probably securing their silver medal. Once again, for the people who did join a bit later, Enrico Chieffi and Ferdinando Colanino from Italia did secure their European Championship title and are not sailing today. You can see the battle of two Denmark boats. One was Flemming Sorensen, Niels Traisoe, and the second one is probably Jorgen Schruner and Markus Koy. We could saw now some tactical games. Greek Emilios attacking in front in the face of Jürgen Schroner, making him do 2 more tacks. Board with Croatian Mishura Barać, sitting in 8th overall before the start of the race 7. Amin and Stilon, they are in the chance of winning the medal, but regarding the positions now, unfortunately they won't be able to get any of it. But this is sailing and still everything is possible. Nice footages in front of the split. See again that lots of boats are on the port deck with a long way to the right hand side left line. Unfortunately, nobody did tell Rojar that he needs to be out of this island so we can have the footage of him. There is Argentinian Juan K. and Enrico Voltolini just tacking. They are in comfortable lead over the rest of the fleet. Entering into today's day, Argentinian Juan K. and Enrico Voltolini were sitting in the 6th place with a chance of winning a bronze medal. And as we can see, they are giving their best at the moment, still leading the race, but unfortunately it looks like it won't be enough. Shortly after them, in the stern of them, there is a German, Hubert Mechelbach and Kilian Weisse, who are sitting in the 2nd overall after the 6 races. And with this one, they are securing the silver medal. We have the tack from Croatian Mishura Barac. Who enter in today's day from 8th place as well, in a chance of winning the bronze medal. Okay, we are now approaching the top mark, the 2nd upwind. In the 1st place, rounding Argentinian Juan K. and Enrico Voltolini. In the 2nd place, German Hubert Mechelbach and Kilian Weisse. In the 3rd place, Greek Emilios Papatanasio and Stylianos Noutsos. In the 4th place, Denmark, Jürgen Schroner and Markus Koy. And we're gonna see who is in the 5th place as well, I think soon. Yes, and now we can see that in the 5th place, coming towards the mark, is another Denmark, Flemming Sorens and Niels Treisoy. 6th place for Croatian Mate Arapov and Ante Šitic. And shortly after, in 7th and 8th place, another 2 Denmark sailors. This is the last downwind of the 7th race, the last one of this European Championship in star class here in Split, Croatia. Let's see if we can have changes in the leaderboard. Okay, now we have on the screen the top 5 boats running. Leg 3, Juan K. Voltolini, Mechelbach, Weisse, Papatanasio, Nutsos, Sorens, Traisoe, and Henriksen, Graval.
Ouais, de partout. Ah ouais. Peut-être on aurait dû revenir un peu plus tôt, c'est ça? Ah, on n'aurait pas eu de droite. Aussi, on va... Hein? Ah, les filles sont perdues aussi. Ils sont juste là aussi.
We are on board with Xavier Ojar for the first time sailing in Split. Maybe he didn't have a chance to adapt the best on the Split conditions. Coming very late for this competition, 1 or 2 days before.
La hauteur?
We are hoping to see him again in the future competition, which are going to be here in Split. We are now with the leader of the race 7, Argentinian Juan K. and Enrico Voltolini. They rounded the first stop mark in the second place, managed to pass Greek Emilios Papatanasio and Stylianos Nutsos in the first downwind, rounding the bottom mark in the first place, and being in advantage of taking the left-hand side. They are still holding, they are still in the lead. On board with Stepanovic Bilic, I think they managed to squeeze in around 10th place. Unfortunately, not anymore in the chance of winning the medal. But I think they gave their all best. Donci and Tudor enter into this last day from the 4th position, with a chance of winning either silver or a bronze medal. We can see that we have a bit lighter wind at the start of this regatta. I would say somewhere around 10 knots, or even or some knots less, 8 to 10. Okay, we are on board with Croatian Perhard sailing team. Two brothers as well sailing for the first time in such event. Again on board with Stipanovic Bilic. On the last European Championship held on Garda last year, they finished fourth. As I said, they finished fourth and they were looking forward for this championship to try to win a medal. Unfortunately, at the moment, they won't be able to. Sorry, guys. We are more than halfway into the last downwind of 7th race of European Championship. The last race of the event. In the leading boat at the moment, Argentinian Juan K. and Enrico Voltolini. We are with the camera. German Hubert Mechelbach and Kilian Weisse at the moment in the second place. If they finish like this, they're gonna take home the silver medal. In the last European Championship 2020, which was on Lake Garda, Hubert Mechelbach and Kilian Weisse finished in 8th position. The leader of the 7th race at the moment, Argentinian Juan K. and Enrico Voltolini. They haven't sailed in the last European Championship together, but Juan K, who did compete in it, did finish in 6th place. And now he's sailing towards the better result. If I do count it good, I think he might be able to finish 4th. Okay, we see the first boat crossing the finish line of the 7th race of the last race of European Championship, Argentinian Juan K and Enrico Voltolini. Now coming in the 2nd place, German Hubert Mechelbach and Kilian Weisse, who secured the silver medal. Congratulations, guys. As we said already, the European Championship title did secure Italian Enrico Chieffi and Ferdinando Colanino. Now, in 3rd place, crossing the Denmark, Jürgen Schruner and Markus Koy. In the 4th place, coming the Greek, Emilios Papatanasio and Stylianos Noutsos. In battle for the 5th place, coming the Denmark Flaming Sorens and Niels Streisson, and shortly after him, Croatian Mate Arapov and Ante Šitic. With things we just seen, once again, congratulate to the European champion, Italian Enrico Chieffi and Ferdinando Colanino. As well, big congratulations to the German Hubert Mechelbach and Kilian Weisse, who did finish in the 2nd place, taking home the silver medal. And no matter the place Ogi Diaz finished, him and Christian Nehammer did take the bronze home. Nice drone footages we have. These drone footages did make a life easier for the viewers. We had a chance to present the sailing much closer to the viewers. This kind of recording was introduced as well in Ocean Race, America's Cup, Win the Globe, and many other sailing competition. And it did allow to people to have the live footages out from the race course. So once again, this was the European Championship in Star Class in Split, Croatia, the last day. The event was sailed in full schedule out of 7 races. We had a European Championship yesterday with the race to spare Italian Enrico Chieffi and Ferdinando Colanino. For sure, we know that the second place did took Hubert Mechelbach and Kilian Weisse, while the third place took Ogi Diaz and Christian Nehammer. We congratulate to all of them. We hope you did watch us during these past 4 days, that you did like it. It was the first time that European Championship, which was held in Croatia, was broadcasted live towards the YouTube viewers. Yes, once again, we hope you liked it. Sorry if we did have some mistakes. And yes, thanks again, our broadcaster Croatel, who did a magnificent job. And we hope that you're gonna watch the prize giving, which gonna be shortly after the guys are back ashore. Thank you and see you.
Postiga.